Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Srinivasan.NET developer. We are looking into entity framework tutorials. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to fetch specific columns from the table using entity framework statements. Okay, so now we have a table called students, and in the students table we have 4 rows, which means 4 students. And if we want to fetch the values from a specific columns, we must mention the column name when we write query in SQL Server editor, query editor, right? Like student name. So I want to fetch these 2 columns from the students table. Okay, so if I execute, as I said, we are getting the values from only student name and email columns, right? So how to get the same result by writing entity framework statement? So okay, so we are going to fetch the specific columns using entity framework statement now. So for that, so we are working on students table, and now so we have a method called select method used to um, select specific columns from the table. Okay, so we must write the lambda expression to select the specific columns. So at first I just want to fetch the ID of the student only. It's okay, so I'll explain you later after this how to fetch more than one column from the table. Okay, so now I just wanted to fetch only ID. So 1 2 3 4, so we are getting only ID here. Okay, that's it. So if we want to fetch more than one column, so we must give separator, comma, and then again no. So we must create a anonymous type. Anonymous type is nothing but uh, the type we are creating without the name. Okay, so as you can see here, my DB context is a type. So okay, it's a class, also it's a type. Okay, but we are creating this object, this type, without any name, right? So that's why we call it anonymous class type anything. So now we can specify more than one column inside the anonymous object. Okay, so now as you can see in the result, we have student ID and email because we specified student ID and email column from the students table in the select method. Okay, so this is how we can fetch specific columns from the table using select method in entity framework statement. Okay, so you can also create any type like hmm, student name and email like this, and we can also create, and now you can create the instance of the student name and email class, and inside when you press space, so as you can see we have two properties which are we created in the student name email class. So now name equal to student dot student id, sorry, student name, and now email equal to student dot email. So we can fetch um, we can fetch in two ways. So we can create a customized object, or you can fetch the columns directly from directly without creating any additional object for that, right? So yeah, this is how we can create the any object inside the select method to fetch specific columns. Okay, so also you can also give the name, alternate name of to the column by uh, when we create a anonymous type. Okay, so now also you can get the same result. That's it. So we don't need this type anymore, because we have an option to fetch the specific columns with alternate names. Okay, so this is how you can select specific columns from the table using entity framework link extension method, so in the next video I'll explain you how to fetch the specific columns from the table using link to SQL query statement. Okay, so this is a link extension statement. The next video I'll teach you how to write equivalent link to SQL query statement to do the same thing what we have done in the video. Okay, thank you so much.